Hey everybody, welcome to Module 7. In this module, we're getting close to the end of the course and we're going to be wrapping up some of our learning, looking more at transition teams, our personal philosophy, and some other instruments that we can use when we're looking at the transition process, specifically if we're looking at supporting students who have some behavior issues that we need to support. In your initial discussion board, we're going to kind of start wrapping up our learning. So I'm looking forward to hearing your top 10 points of learning so far in this course. This is a great place to also ask questions to myself and your peers in your initial post. Make sure that your top 10 list is actionable. Kind of think of this as your action plan. Here's what I've learned. Here's how I'm going to apply it in my room. So you're not just going to say, I learned about peer buddies, but rather I will set up a weekly peer buddy group in my high school where students work together on specific projects. This list will be helpful to all of us as kind of a brainstorming list of ways that we can use information and things we hadn't thought of, like, oh, I didn't think about starting a project during lunch. That would be a great way to build peer supports and help with social skills and ordering healthy foods. I could wrap up lots of things in that. You'll also be creating a hands-on intervention unit. And with this hands-on intervention unit, you're going to choose one student. So it could be a student that you're currently working with. It could be the student that we completed our IEP project on. That's completely up to you. Ideally, you're going to look at least 3 transition areas. And I just covered 3 areas when I talked about lunch, right? We could look at ordering healthy food, how to have appropriate social relationships, and how to interact with peers. We could also work on money skills. But choose at least 3 transition areas. And you're going to develop 10 activities that you could do to support students developing those skills. So that could be ordering food in the cafeteria. We could go out to lunch or a snack after school. We could do an activity focused on looking at menus. We could do an activity focused on money skills and using the calculator on our phone, or calculating tips using an app on your phone. You're going to find 10 activities that you can do, and you'll develop those in the template that is located here. Keep in mind, these activities should be taught in 10 or 15 minutes. This isn't an entire lesson, but rather some quick, short, succinct things we could do to build skills within those 3 areas that we're focusing. In your Advanced Organizer this week, you're going to go through Chapter 10 and look at the suggestions and that they have to implementing successful transition teams, and think through what you could do in your current or future placement to develop those teams, and also how you can develop this process that would appropriately support students. You can focus on a specific area like instructional support or grading or accommodations in the classroom, or you can kind of look at the process more holistic. The appendices in this book are fantastic, so I'd like you to go through Appendix A and B and look at the informal assessments that are located there, and then Appendix C, which has some great tools. Since we're kind of wrapping up our learning, let's go back into the KDE transition resources. This is such a rich site full of information. Every time I go back, I find a new resource that I don't remember seeing the first time. So I want you to go ahead and copy and paste some links that you found, and then how you would use that link. So this link provides information to the PACER site, which is a great resource for parents. And this site has great information on building a peer network. I definitely want to share that with administrators in my building. Further, I've given you a link to the Kentucky Behavior homepage, another fantastic Kentucky resource. And when you're looking at students that are transitioning, many of our students have some behavioral challenges where they need support. So you're going to search through that site also. I hope you enjoy learning in this module. Please let me know if you have any questions. Happy learning!